Welcome to episode 132 of the All the Book Show, recorded at the David A. Howe Public Library, where we talk book news, author news, and literary news, and sometimes we talk to authors.
Sometimes we do.
Yes.
Like today, for example.
Yeah. I'm Eric Mickles.
And I'm Nick Gunning. And this is really our Back to Basics episode. We're in my office. We're recording. Nobody's sick.
Yeah.
Kate's not here.
Thank
Just
goodness.
like a big weight around our neck.
That reign of terror is over.
Yeah, gone.
So
here we are, back and better than ever.
Yeah.
And today, we're going to be talking to Elisabeth Elo, author of North of Boston, which is a book that I very much enjoyed, and one that we're currently reading for the Page Turners Book Club.
Right.
So if you want to join us for that, we're meeting to discuss it at 3:30 on Wednesday, March 7th. All the books are currently checked out, so if you want one, let us know. We'll get you on the list and get them as soon as we can. But that's what we're going to be doing today with a little bit later. So
Nick and
thanks
Eric.
to Elisabeth for joining us later in the episode. How are you, buddy?
Good. Back in Black.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why wouldn't they call any of the Men in Black movies Back in Black?
Well, you don't know that they're done. Maybe the third one's coming. Fourth one.
There was a third one. That's all right. You just answered the question.
I liked the third one. You didn't like it, right?
No, I didn't like the third one.
Oh. Yeah.
Just didn't work for me.
Okay.
None of his songs are called Back in Black either.
Interesting.
The second movie has the song Black Suits Comin'.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Pretty close.
That song is really good.
How do you be Will Smith making a third Men in Black movie and not do a rap?
Yeah. Wasn't it like Pitbull
It's insane.
or somebody?
I don't know.
It was lame.
It wasn't Will Smith. And I'm not
Yeah.
even like a Will Smith rap
Yeah.
fan, but I just feel like
Yeah.
you got to do it.
Yeah. It'd be great.
Anyway.
I mean, there was just so much fresh material. He's going back in time. He's back in black, back in time.
I love it.
Why didn't he? Woohoo!
Yeah. I like that freestyle there.
Yeah, no problem.
Here's the thing about the
It
All
turned
the Book
into
Show.
Mario at
You
the
never
end.
know when we're just going to talk about Men in Black for a while.
Yeah, that was Mario's rap.
Oh, I would listen to that.
It's me, Mario, and I'm here to assay ya. Sorry. I'm a coming for Bowser. Woohoo!
I think that could have been left unsaid, and I and our listeners wish it would have. Let's move into our bookmark segment.
Let's at least name 3 tracks
On
on
the
Mario's rap album. All right, you don't have to.
All right,
That's
I'll think
all
about it.
Flower
Think about
Power?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Yeah. Bumping boxes.
Bumping boxes. Yeah.
Something about turtle shells I feel like it's got to be in
Yeah.
there. But
Yeah.
anyway, but on to
Turtle soup.
literary.
There you go.
I love
He's
it.
trashing those Koopas.
Yep.
Oh boy.
What have you been reading?
I've been reading the lyrics to Mario's new Fresh Prince album.
Reading or writing? Because it sounds like you've got a promising career ahead of you.
Really? That's like a ghost rapper?
Yeah.
Why has
my
there not
gosh.
been a movie called Ghost
That's
Rapper?
pretty good. I think it came close with Funky Phantom, but that was just a
You
TV
think
show.
Hanna-Barbera's Funky Phantom was a close approximation to what a ghost rapper is?
It's in the title. He's funky. He's a phantom.
A rapper
Okay.
with unfinished lyrics
Yeah.
is killed and now has to haunt the studio and inspire a new young rapper.
That sounds-
It was an older rapper. He was trying to make a comeback. He dies. Now this younger rapper's up there with this new fresh material, but he's trying to inspire him with this new material.
Right,
But he also kind of learns, hey, he has to make way
Yeah.
for the new talent.
He sure does.
For the fresh talent.
Well, it sounds like what we have on our hands here is a funky phantom.
No.
Let me tell you what I've been reading.
Do you think his producer would be Snagglepuss?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Probably. He
Yeah.
get the job done.
Do you think that's how he fires people, by telling them to exit stage left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even.
All right.
All right. So I read one graphic novel, 2 books. I'm gonna lay it on you with the books first because I feel like I'm gonna get some booze. But I read
Booze?
Booze.
Oh, booze.
I read The Wrinkle in Time
Uh-huh.
and didn't care for it.
Hey, man. I'm right there with you.
Are you?
I read it as an adult as well. I think that's the biggest
yeah,
mistake.
right.
You need to read it with
I
child's
know.
eyes.
As I was like kind of rounding home on that one. Do you round home? Probably not. Once you get home, you're
you
home.
round first
When
base.
Once I'm rounding third
Yeah, sure.
in the home stretch,
Okay.
I was like, I think I missed the boat. I think I missed my window to read and enjoy this book. But I've done it now.
You have to accept that love is just as important as gravity
Sure.
when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I love Chris Pine, so maybe he'll do it.
you love Chris Pine
Yeah,
as
I
much
love-
as gravity holds us down? Does it hold us down? Or
That would be a great rap lyric for Mario right there. I mean, take out Chris Pine.
Put in
and-
Peach?
Or Daisy, whatever.
No, Mario would be Peach.
Wasn't he originally with Daisy?
Daisy
Back
was
in like the Donkey Kong era?
no, that was Penelope.
I can't keep their love life
that was
straight.
was it Penelope? Yeah, that was, I think it was Penelope was Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Then it was Peach. Daisy is Luigi's girlfriend.
Okay.
Daisy was in Super Mario World and the Super Mario movie.
Yeah.
Because remember, Luigi was super sad. They didn't
Right.
give Mario a lot. Oh, well, he had a girlfriend in Brooklyn? Were they from Brooklyn?
Okay.
Those two Mario brothers?
All right.
There was Mario and Luigi Mario.
That's crazy.
And Luigi Mario was in love with Daisy, who was from the alternate reality where dinosaurs kept evolving.
Too much.
Okay.
Well, Mario better not be writing a rap about Daisy then, because
Well, maybe he is. Maybe he's throwing shade at Luigi.
oh, he could be.
Yeah.
He could be.
Second player.
Yeah. Well, Luigi's got all the good press with
Yeah.
the Luigi's Mansions games.
Yeah.
When was the last time somebody liked a Mario game?
Do you
Been a while, right?
the new one?
The new one.
Mario
so
Odyssey.
He's back on top.
He's back, yeah.
He's back on top.
Yeah.
Anyway,
First player, Turtle Slayer.
okay.
Look,
That's pretty good.
That's the first two lines.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep, red and green.
Oh,
you know
man.
what I mean.
Yeah. Red, but he's red and blue.
Yeah, but Luigi's green.
Okay.
That's like their... Anyway, I didn't like Wrinkle in Time. So
What if he's throwing
apologies
shade
to-
at Luigi and he's like, first player, Turtle Slayer, blue and green? No, I don't get. I lost it. No, wait, it was green and blue. What you do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
All right, sorry,
I also
I'm done.
read...
I'm sorry. It's just I'm being inspired.
I know. I
Okay.
can see it. I can see the creative juices flowing. Now, for a full calendar year, I think I complained about having to hear about All the Light We Cannot See.
And the Nightingale.
And
it was
the
the two of them, hand
Nightingale.
in
Yes.
hand. They were like two bullies holding your head down
true.
into the toilet,
That's
giving
true.
you a mean swirly.
Well, that and what's the other one? The Light Between Oceans.
Yeah.
All those were at the same confusing little
Yeah.
cacophony of similar looking books.
Yeah.
Two of them have light in the title. Two of them are World War II stories set in France. So at this point, I've read them all.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give it to The Light Between Oceans as my favorite among the three.
Nice.
But here's the thing with The Nightingale and All the Light We Cannot See. I feel like All the Light We Cannot See is a better written book than The Nightingale. It's more serious.
Right.
But I feel like The Nightingale is a better like story experience.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like to sit down and appreciate the writing and like finish it and sort of reflect on the book. All the Light We Cannot See is technically better in those ways. The Nightingale is just a more dynamic, page-turning, a little bit of a soap opera-y kind of story.
Right.
So I probably
Got a young Nathan Fillion in
Yes.
it. Maybe a young Mark Hamill.
maybe. So I probably enjoy them equally, but I'm gonna give it to All the Light We Cannot See
Okay.
as being the better
All right.
book.
Where's Fault in the Stars?
I haven't read it.
Fallen there.
I haven't read it.
No, it just doesn't really connect.
Oh, it doesn't connect.
No.
Okay, not in any way. So that's for our Patron Picks book club.
Uh-huh.
So I'm ahead of the game there.
Yeah.
So you can join us
You
for
can
that
pick your
book club.
patrons. Patrons can pick their books.
Yeah, but you can't
But you can't pick your patron's nose.
books. Oh, okay. It's a left turn there at the end that I wasn't expecting.
Sorry.
And then for graphic novels, I read Batgirl at Burnside. And I
Yeah.
was fine with it.
Yeah, it's fine.
And everybody kind of hates it, but I...
No, lots of people like it.
Oh, do
Everybody
they?
you know hates it.
Everybody I know hates it. That makes sense.
It's because she just fights like ninjas are motorcycles, like anime-inspired ninjas on motorcycles,
Yeah.
and like guys who are like, oh, I'm the homework guy who asks people to do his homework. I
Yeah.
hope Batgirl doesn't stop me.
Yep. Yeah.
Do your own homework.
Oh, that's right. So that was okay.
All right.
I'm currently reading...
She sounded really naggy there. I apologize. That's not how I imagined
No,
Batgirl.
she's cool. She's cool and hip. That's the whole book.
She is cool and hip, yeah.
Yeah.
I do love that costume.
I love all the art. I thought was
Yes,
really good.
the art is very good.
I think if like the look and the tone is right, and I feel like if the story would have been a little bit better, it would have been really something like special.
For me, characters like Batgirl
Yeah.
and Nightwing
Yeah.
and other like side characters who go away from their main heroes, it feels like the work that you need to start doing right from the get-go is like good villains
Yeah.
that are going to last. Because otherwise you're just like, well, can Batgirl fight Two-Face, please?
Right,
Because
yeah.
I don't want to see her fight
Yeah.
the Homework King.
Which the Nightwing series from like the late 90s,
he had some.
pretty strong in that
Blockbuster.
regard. Blockbuster, yeah. That's what I was
That's
thinking.
the Blockbuster was the old video rental store.
Yeah.
Nightwing was constantly returning
Yeah,
movies
he was
late.
like, oh, I'm going to get that late fee. But anyway, I did enjoy it, and I'll probably read more.
Yeah.
I like Batgirl. I don't
Yeah.
really see the point of her anymore. I thought she was more interesting as Oracle, but whatevs.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm currently reading Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell.
You mean you currently are?
A Fangirl?
Yeah.
Of Rainbow Rowell?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Because
read
this
my
is
own.
how many have you read? This is the last one.
Yeah, well, I haven't read Carry On yet,
Oh,
and
well.
I don't really think that I will.
I'm interested in hearing what you have to say about Fangirl because I haven't read it.
Okay. And I haven't read, she did a short story that I have on my shelf here for independent bookstore day. I have
Okay.
a nice hardcover of that. I haven't read that. But yeah, it's all of her novels. This is kind of the last one
Okay.
of the novels.
All right.
I am enjoying it so far. It's one of those books where I feel like I'm always surprised that I'm not farther in the book. You know what I mean? I read a bunch and then I look and I'm like, how am I only halfway done?
It's a long book.
How is there twice as much?
It's expanding. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and
It's a
that's not
never-ending
to,
story.
that's not to say it's bad. It's just not. It's not a book that really like cooks. You know,
Yeah.
something like Eleanor and Parker, even like a Landline.
Yeah.
I thought was
Or
really,
a Master Chef book
I don't
because it's a cookbook.
because of cooking. I hope that you're not proud of that. I let it pass with the Mario raps, but that weird
Listen,
cooking
not
pun,
everything I say,
that cooking pun has to go.
not everything I say I'm proud of,
Yeah.
but I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
It's like there's a force in the universe, kind of like love.
Look, we've known each other for a long time, and I know that's true. And I also want to give you points for that Wrinkle in Time callback that you just did.
Thanks, man.
That was good.
Thanks.
The cooking pun,
Yeah.
no.
All right.
What else? Oh, Desperate Measures,
Yeah.
a Star Trek Discovery
Oh, boy.
novel.
I just had somebody online suggest I read. Oh, I can't remember now. It was a Star Trek book. You keep talking about Discovery.
Ah,
Is
okay.
this the first Discovery book?
It is. It is the first Discovery
It's your
book.
first one you've ever read.
Yeah. Well, it's the first one they ever made. So it's
Okay. Funny how that worked out.
yeah. So it's one that I got on my Nook in like a flash sale back when the series was just starting, and I was like, I'm gonna love this. And then I didn't like the series, so I didn't read the book. But now I kind
Now
of like
you
the series.
like the series.
And so I'm going back and reading the book, and it's been pretty good so far. It's by David Mack, who's a pretty prominent sci-fi author. I like his other
David
stuff.
Mack, I'm not familiar with him.
Okay. I like his other stuff that I've read, and so he's doing a good job with this too, and doing a good job of sort of merging the old stuff with the new. So I'm enjoying it. I'm not reading any graphic novels right now. I've got Ronin, of course, on my list to tackle, and that's about it.
Okay.
So that's it for me. I feel like I'm ahead of the game because I've read North of
Yeah,
Boston.
you sound pretty good.
I've read All the Light We Cannot See.
Yeah.
It's all this time convalescing on a couch. I've been able to like
Yeah.
really cook with these book club books. So it's kind of fun. It's
The
freeing.
mold on your left side is finally getting
Yeah,
some sun.
It is.
So that's
Yeah,
good.
A little bit. A
Yeah.
little bit of sun. All right. What about you? You read anything interesting lately?
Yeah. All I've read is comic books. But that's
Okay.
because I've been reading the book by Neil deGrasse Tyson, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Guess what? I've been reading it on my couch. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not in a hurry.
Okay.
Who's this book for? Not me. It's good for the most part. I don't really feel like I'm learning too much. I feel like you can just watch like one or two basic space documentaries and you're like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
This is black holes work this way.
Right.
This is how big the universe. He always seems to make a point like, this is how big the universe is. Like, yes, it's infinite. We get it. It's a little frustrating. But again, I think it's meant for people who don't watch the occasional space documentary.
Sure.
There's some fun stuff in it, though. And I'm not very far in it. But I read
Okay.
a lot of comic books. You want to talk about comic books?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I'll talk very quickly. I read The Incredible Hercules, Assault on New Olympus. Guess what? Hercules died at the end.
What?
But he's back for Chaos War.
That didn't last
Chaos War wasn't that good. And then I read some more Exiles, which was, as I explained to you, was Marvel's like early 2000s version of Sliders. Still kind of sad. So
Yeah.
but I've started coming up with my own like fanfic for Exiles, and I want to throw some. I want
okay.
to throw some alternate reality concepts at you.
Okay.
You know what? We'll do this off air.
Oh, okay.
I just realized that me saying, "What if Rogue was connected to the symbiote suit?"
Right.
So Rogue Venom, but
Interesting.
like her power messed it all up. So now she's like a warped version, and the
Interesting.
suit can't attach.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
She's from an alternate reality.
Yeah.
Also a good Mystique.
The thing is, why do you bring Sliders to sci-fi and then cancel it on a cliffhanger?
I don't know, man.
I don't.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
It's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
What
Why
else
don't you
got?
go get like a slider? Like a
little hamburger?
Yeah.
I love a little hamburger.
Yeah, let's go to another reality where
remember-
sliders are currency.
You probably don't. But do you remember when Burger King used to have Burger Buddies?
No.
It was like 4 little hamburgers that sort of were the size of one hamburger.
I don't remember this.
It was good stuff.
When
It
was this?
It was a good time. It was a great time to be alive. I was young.
So like
90s.
1922?
Probably the early 90s.
That was great.
Yeah.
Okay.
1992.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was busy in the 20s.
Were you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like running
The roaring
I was
20s.
running a speakeasy.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff going on. So
I did see. Oh, did you have something?
no.
Oh, okay.
Just like now, I wish Burger King still had Burger Buddies.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you're always yelling at them.
For not
yelling at
having
like,
Burger
well,
Buddies?
McDonald's. You're always
Yeah.
like, "Where's my Shamrock Shake?
I do love it.
Where's my Burger Buddies?"
You know what? I can't do the McRib anymore.
Why?
I don't. I guess I just look too close one too many times.
Oh yeah, you don't
I
want
just
to do
can't.
that.
I just can't do it. It shouldn't be shaped like that.
There's some things the human eye is not meant to.
Yeah.
fixate on.
When you're putting meat into like a gelatin mold, you've crossed a line. I feel that you've crossed the line when you've done that.
All right, sorry, listeners. I saw a movie.
Oh, okay.
I saw Annihilation.
Oh,
I bring this up because listeners may remember I talked about reading Annihilation, the book.
And you were thrilled with it.
I didn't like the book very much. My wife loved the book.
Yeah.
I thought it was a little too weird, and I didn't understand it. And then I saw the movie, and I was kind of like, that's what the book was about? It was very different from the book. I like the movie. I would highly recommend going to see Annihilation, the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that didn't seem right.
Well, that's because I warned you that it will mess you up.
Oh, okay.
I think you will find some scenes disturbing.
Okay.
But maybe you won't. There's no kids in it, and usually you get disturbed by any, like, sad kid stuff now.
Yeah, sure do.
So there's no kid stuff in there.
Animal stuff?
Scary animal stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about crocodiles?
Whatever.
In rated R films where they can do crocodile things.
No.
Okay. Yeah, it's an intense love scene between the crocodile and no.
Wow.
I'll stop.
Unexpected.
Yeah. No, but it was good. But it's not really like a science fiction and like look at all this science. It's kind of like science fiction, but the science presented in it is also magic because it's possible alien technology. Okay. And it works in a way that's like, well, this couldn't happen as far as we know.
Right.
But it's interesting.
Okay.
And the end, I was watching the last 15 minutes.
You're
I'm
not
watching
spoil
it.
anything,
No,
are you? Okay.
I'm just sitting there watching it. I'm like, I imagine a lot of people in this theater being like, what is happening now? Because it kind of takes like it starts to feel like an old 70s Russian sci-fi film, like Solaris.
Wow. Okay. Crazy.
And I feel like maybe some people were expecting just like an exciting Natalie Portman, like jungle adventure.
Yeah.
And it was not that.
Okay.
So,
well, if
everybody's good in it. Tessa Thompson, she played Valkyrie in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh.
I didn't realize how much range she had because she plays like a very like meek, quiet, and she's like completely believable as that character, as opposed to like the drunken, boisterous Valkyrie from Thor.
Yeah.
So,
well, if anybody's curious, Annihilation, the movie, is based on Annihilation, the book, by Jeff Vandermeer. It is the first in the Southern Reach trilogy, Annihilation, Authority, and Acceptance.
I think my wife is going to read the next books, and I think she'll tell me what happens in those. But the movies feel self-contained. It doesn't feel like it's meant to have sequels.
Sure. Well, maybe they're not. I don't know that they're planning a trilogy. I guess I just assume.
It doesn't end like the book.
Oh, okay.
It ends like it's like this is just the movie we're doing. The guy who directed it directed Ex Machina and wrote
I haven't
Sunshine.
seen that either, but I did want to see it.
Yeah, that might disturb you at some points. There's some times I had to look away in Ex Machina.
Okay.
So, sorry, I'm still looking for the Star Trek book that was recommended to me.
Oh, okay. Well, for our Twitter followers, if you don't follow us on Twitter, you can find us at All the Books Show on Twitter. I did just post a YouTube commercial from Burger King's Burger Buddies circa 1990. So if you want to know more about the infamous Burger Buddies, you have but to go to our Twitter. You can also find us on Facebook at Day Howe Public Library.
Right.
Email at wellsville@stls.org.
I see what's
and soundcloud.com/allthebooks to download future or past episodes.
Did they not like capitalize on the Burger Buddies and make little like people characters based off them?
I don't think so. That's more a McDonald's
hey, we're
thing.
The Burger Buddies.
But I do miss all the McDonald's characters. Like, not the Grimace. The Grimace is terrifying. But like the Fry Kids and Hamburglar and Birdie. Yeah. What are they up to?
The McNuggets. We're always just like, hey, how's it going?
That's a little weird. When you have Birdie hanging out with Chicken McNuggets, it just feels kind of...
Yeah. But the Hamburglar has a mom who's a cow.
Does he?
No, I don't know. I made that up.
That was confusing.
Yeah. But like when Ronald McDonald's hanging out with Pennywise.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Jeez. Oh, here it is.
Okay, this is a Star Trek book that's been recommended to
Josh,
Eric.
Josh, the NES nerd, recommended to me a Star Trek book, Death in Winter.
Yeah, I've read that.
Is it good?
It's by Michael Jan Friedman. It's set like right after Nemesis, I want to say.
He says, no, you aren't a big into Trek, but it's an interesting book.
Huh. Maybe. That one picks up a lot of threads that are from this old Stargazer series.
Okay.
I don't know if just going in blind you'd like it, but maybe you would. And you know what, buddy? I've got it. So if you want to borrow it.
That's true.
You'll never read it if I tell you, but maybe NES Josh Superman fan here will encourage you to do it. Look, I'm not mad at you, Internet Josh. I'm mad at Eric's refusal to take my suggestions.
Your Star Treks?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I don't read Star Trek books.
That's okay.
Well, listen, sorry is not the right word.
I know.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
In the same way you've never watched Mad Max.
You feel like that's the same?
Yes.
You care about Mad Max to the same level that I care about Star Trek.
No, nobody cares about Star Trek unless you.
All right.
You love it.
Look, I'm not the one on trial here, okay?
This is a little peek inside Nick's world. He's got bookcases at home full of Star Trek books.
Okay. Princess Toadstool. I've got one bookcase,
Yeah.
and the bottom two shelves are Star Wars. So just check yourself before you wreck yourself.
I just came up with some pretty filthy Mario lyrics.
Yikes. Save it for all the books after dark.
Yeah. So he's doing a cruder explicit content sequel album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, something for everyone then.
Kind of. Yeah. Parents won't be thrilled.
Yeah. It's kind of like how the Harry Potter books sort of aged with the...
Yeah. Yeah, that's how Mario's...
his rap, his
rap
music
career
output,
went,
you know.
Yeah.
So, cool. Anything else you want to talk about? Didn't you watch something else? You watched Annihilation? I thought you watched another page-to-screen adaptation. No, maybe it was just Annihilation?
I can't think of one.
Okay.
I saw the post.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
That's not
I guess not.
page-to-screen. All right. No worries. Well, let's turn to the publishing world.
My wife watched Battle of the Sexes. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Did she like it?
Yeah,
That's Steve Carell.
She said it was really good.
Emma. Why can't I remember her name?
It's Emma Stone.
Emma Stone. That's it.
Yeah, you look crazy when you can't remember her name.
I know. There's a lot of Emmas now. Is all.
We are living in I would say, an overabundance of Emmas, like a surplus. We should be
Wow, I
storing...
think that's a John Green book, but
no, that's yeah, I see what. Oh, sorry, I don't need to ruin your joke by explaining it. No, I didn't see anything, man.
Okay. Wow, Eric's having a coughing fit. So I'm going to use his time away from the mic to tell you about some newly announced books coming out in April.
Look into the future to see what it proves. It's time for book news.
So Catherine Coulter fans, are you there? Catherine Coulter fans, move into the mic. Come on, put your head right up against the speakers. Okay, hi, good. I'm glad to know there are a few out there still. Writing with J.T. Ellison.
My name's Jake.
J.T. Ellison has...
I love Catherine Coulter.
Hi, Jake. Thanks for tuning in. J.T. Ellison is also a pretty prolific author herself.
Long-time listener.
She's got her own series, so I guess she's teaming up with Catherine Coulter, which is odd. Kind of like the Alistair Burke, Mary Higgins Clark team up. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Or the Stephen King, Tom Clancy team up.
Never happened. And one of them is dead. And one of them looks dead. Oh!
Jeez.
The Sixth Day.
That joke is really going to hit home with a lot of people who know exactly what Stephen King looked like and are very familiar with both those authors.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a narrow audience, but
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
I really hit it home there.
Tom Clancy, I guess?
The Sixth Day, a Brit in the FBI. Well, I don't really like that series title. A Brit in the FBI. It's just a little too on the nose, as my brother Steve would say.
But there's a British person.
In the FBI.
In
I
the
get
FBI.
it. A Brit in the FBI. I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Special Agents Nicholas Drummond, which I believe were the characters from Different Strokes, were the Drummond. So I don't know if this is connected
Okay.
to Mr. Drummond and
Right.
all that, but...
Right. Oh, yes.
Hey, did you know that Different Strokes spun off The Facts of Life?
Yes, Nick.
I mean, Different Strokes is a progenitor. And,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that?
Everybody
I don't
knows that
think so.
Facts of Life came out because of...
Mrs. Garrett.
Yes.
She was like, I get my own show. Thank you.
Isn't it crazy? They
Look,
were
I
like,
didn't come to work today thinking I was going to do a Mrs. Garrett impersonation, but it happened.
it's just crazy that there were like 8 to 10 other girls at the first season. They're
Molly
like,
Ringwald.
Yeah.
Molly
They're like,
Ringwald's there.
Yeah, we'll just settle on
Forget
these
it.
four.
We got Tootie, we got Blair, we got Joe.
Did they?
Natalie. I'm forgetting Natalie. That's
forget
insane.
Natalie.
Do you remember in the later years where Mrs. Garrett goes and Cloris Leachman comes? George Clooney's hanging around?
I guess I don't remember
It's a different
that.
time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The girls are still the same.
Yeah,
Joe
the girls are still the
specifically
same.
is my main concern. Is Joe still there?
Joe's still there.
Okay.
Yep. They tried to do a Blair spinoff, but it didn't go anywhere.
Blair?
A
Why?
Blair spinoff. I don't know.
Did she change as a person?
No, I think Blair's Blair.
Okay.
Anyway, The Sixth Day.
That's how I live
by
my life.
Catherine Coulter and J.T. Ellison. A
sorry.
Brit in the FBI, number 5.
Yeah.
President of the Friends, Chris
Starring-
Bailey. Big J.T. Ellison fan.
Oh.
So maybe she'll check this out.
Maybe she didn't want that information shared.
I think she's fine.
Okay.
Special Agent Nicholas Drummond
Uh-huh.
and Michaela Caine, I know what you're thinking, take on a ruthless mastermind in the 5th highly anticipated thriller.
Cassandra Cain?
Well, her name is essentially Michael Caine. So
Oh.
maybe she's the Brit in the FBI.
Oh, I can't do a Michael Caine.
Michael, I'm in the FBI. I failed you. When several...
He sounds really like indignant. He's just like,
Oh,
oh,
he's
boo-hoo.
When several major political figures die mysteriously, officials declare the deaths are from natural causes. Then the German vice-chancellor dies on the steps of 10 Downing Street, and a drone is spotted hovering over the scene. The truth becomes clear. These high-profile deaths are well-constructed assassinations, and the Covert Eyes team is tasked to investigate.
Yeah.
J.T. Ellison.
Do you think
and
it's a
Catherine Coulter.
flying robot drone or just like an office drone? Like, oh, hey.
I think it's probably the more scary
Look
of the
what
two.
happened out the window
Not
today.
that one.
Well, better go fill up my coffee.
Wow, look at this character, locked and loaded.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm a big fan of Thursdays.
I like it. This one seems kind
bad,
of
it's Tuesday.
gross, I guess. This feels a little bit like
Gross.
The Happening or something.
Hit us.
Hold Back the Dark. It's kind of a good name.
It's kind of like turn off the dark.
Oh, God.
Turn
Stop
off the dark.
There's a page to stage adaptation that needs to stay forgotten.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I just listened to the whole soundtrack on
This
the way
is
to see
Bono.
Annihilation.
We're talking about Bono's Spider-Man musical.
Yeah.
Not because I want to.
Yeah.
But because it came out.
I don't know what sort of magic, dark magic it summoned to get me to be like, I kind of like the song, but
I think it's on point. That's true to your character.
Yeah.
I get it.
I like
get
it. I thought it was going to be bad.
Hey, I'm glad you were able to find something in it.
It is bad.
It's atrocious.
but it's also kind of good.
no.
It's fun.
No.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's someone's undergraduate senior project.
Sure.
Take a character you like and write a musical
Yeah.
about them. Spider-Man Turn Off
There's
the
a
Dark.
line where they're
Only
like,
with more depths. Because that show is cursed.
yeah. There's a line where somebody's like,
Nobody wants this.
all right, that's fine.
All right. Hold Back the Dark by Kay Hooper.
Turn off the dark.
This is gonna get real. So
Okay, I'm ready.
Madness has taken a hold of Prosperity, North Carolina.
Oh, geez.
Residents are killing one another.
What?
As if in a dream and waking up with no memory of the monstrous acts they've committed.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Or why. As the death toll climbs, the local sheriff's department is further rocked by a murder carried out by one of their own. Deputy Katie Cole knows that whatever monster is afoot is beyond her scope.
Bigfoot.
The Special Crimes Unit is called for their specific brand of investigation. It will take all their training, all their experience, and every extra sense they can call on to get on the bottom of
Extra
things.
sense.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
In Prosperity. And as a dark pattern begins to emerge, even the most experienced and hardened SCU agents have to wonder if this is beyond their understanding.
Sure.
Dark?
A little.
Okay. And finally, Iris Johansson returning to her Eve Duncan series.
Okay.
You familiar with these? Have we talked about these? I think we've talked about
I
these.
just went to Dunkin' Donuts today, and I asked for 2 chocolate frosted.
Yeah, what happened?
They said they were out of chocolate frosted. So I had to get 2 chocolate frosted with sprinkles.
Gets you every
Like
time.
I'm a freaking 5-year-old.
I don't understand why if you go in Dunkin' Donuts like after 10:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we don't have any donuts.
Yeah, I was there at 9. I looked at the clock. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock.
What do you mean you don't have
You don't have donuts for the 9
do you not
o'clock
have
morning crew?
donuts?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's like I went to
Just
McDonald's
like
and
you
they
keep
were
a couple
yeah.
in rotation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you went to McDonald's and like, I'll have a Donald.
Yeah. And they're
You're
like, we
"What?
don't.
We don't have any
We don't
Donalds.
have any Donalds. We're
It's
on
like it's in the
McDonald's."
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That name has been ruined. Shattered Mirror, Eve Duncan, number 23.
Ooh.
So these are vaguely supernatural.
Sure.
Eve
I agree with
Duncan
that.
is a forensic sculptor. So like they find like a skull, and from that she like sculpts a face.
Like,
And she has a dead daughter
ugh,
who
helps her with her rap career.
like no, like talks to her and helps her solve mysteries.
Okay.
Like she hears this. They're weird.
Right.
I read one and was very puzzled by it, and I may check back in,
Okay.
but I might not.
All right.
Anyway, Iris Johansson returns with a thrilling novel of action and danger where fan favorite Eve Duncan is thrown once more into a deadly game of intrigue. It begins when Eve receives a package containing a, want to guess?
Bone.
Skull.
Oh, a skull,
And instructions for
specifically.
Eve to do her work reconstructing it. When she does, a beautiful woman's face emerges. But when
Oh.
Eve is introduced to the dead woman's mirror image, a game is on where her twin's life hangs in the balance.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
I don't know what to tell you.
Do you think she ever like helps a ghost solve a murder, but in the same time she falls in love with the husband?
I think, yeah.
And then the ghost is like, "Don't you do that?
Yeah.
Just because I'm dead, stop.
Yes.
Stop kissing him."
I think that's the only thing is she only can talk to her dead daughter.
Oh.
It's not all ghosts.
Oh, okay.
So in a situation where she could talk to all people,
Yeah.
most definitely that
Okay.
happens. But this is
Yeah.
just a dead daughter.
So the daughter's
situation.
like, "Oh, gross. I'm leaving."
yeah, pretty much,
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it is. New York Times bestseller list. What do we got? What's climbing to the top?
Yeah. Let me open it.
Okay.
No, I mean
let's
it's
do it.
opened,
Yeah, I know.
but I definitely have to like continue to open up other links.
I understand.
So,
While you're at it, I'm going to give a shout out to our maintenance guys who painted my office.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about it a little bit last week, but it's really come together and it looks great. So thanks,
Nice.
fellas. Rick, Ryan, Floyd. Thank you all.
oh, can you just say their names on the podcast
Yeah.
like that? Don't they have to sign a release?
Yeah. Well, Roger, I think, was getting releases signed for everybody. Did you finish that, Roger?
Oh, jeez.
Jeez. Roger.
Yeah. Don't give it to our senior intern.
Roger, I need that. That is my social security card. Where's he going?
Yeah.
Where is he going?
Oh, you gave him the card.
Yeah, I needed him to...
No, he told me he needed a new social security number so he could get back to Vietnam.
Back?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
The plot thickens.
Yeah.
What do you got there?
All right. I've got some hardcover nonfiction.
All right. Hardcover nerd... Nah.
Narn fiction. All right.
You take it.
Okay, sure. All right. So this hardcover Nern fiction is
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
is The Last Black Unicorn at number 10, Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
She just got cast in something else. She's getting cast in like everything. I
Good
think
for
she's
her.
presenting something.
Really?
Is the thing.
Like at the Oscars?
She has a new show coming out. Isn't she in Tracy Morgan's new show?
Yeah, I think she is.
The Last OG?
Yeah, I think so.
So that's exciting. Are you going to watch that?
What's it on? Sure,
The
I'll watch it sometime.
TBS?
Whenever. Oh,
Sorry.
people still watching TBS?
TNT?
They know drama.
I don't know.
That's old.
Okay,
That's
sure.
old.
Number 9, Directorate S. How the United States failed to understand a secret wing. Oh, we talked about this last week. Of Pakistani intelligence agency doomed 2 years. 2 wars. Longer than 2 years. Number 8, Obama by Peter Souza.
Okay.
Number 7, Everything Happens for a Reason by Kate Bowler. Number 6, new this week, All the Pieces Matter. An oral history of the creation and development of the series, The Wire.
Huh. Just a book about The Wire.
Yeah, is at number 6
All right.
of the hardcover fiction.
I've still never seen it. So
I've never seen The Wire.
I can't really comment
Yeah,
on it.
the whole internet's going to come down on us like an atom bomb.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah, after saying we have never watched The Wire. The internet's just full of people like, you never watched The Wire? So,
Boy, the internet is bro heavy.
yes, well, yes, that's very true. Number 5, Promise Me, Dad by Joe Biden. No jokes. Are you going to make one?
No, you're the one who always makes the joke, and I have to tell you not to.
Okay. Number 4, All American Murder by James Patterson, Alex Abramovich, Mike Havarki, Stephen King.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think they had a
Steve
great
Miller
relationship.
Band.
Steve Miller Band.
Yeah.
Wow.
The band.
Just the band.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think I've reached the end of like the connections.
A long time
band
ago.
ends it, yeah.
Okay.
Look, it's just those first 3.
I understand.
Number 3, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil
Hey.
deGrasse Tyson.
You're reading this, and you're not in much of a hurry to finish it.
Well, I just started it.
Boy, the Steve Miller Band had a lot of rotating performers. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Steve Miller's been consistent, but
Yeah. Well, it's his band.
yeah, it makes sense.
Number 2, Enlightenment Now by Steven Pinker. I wonder if that's a play on Serenity Now
Maybe.
from Seinfeld.
From the Seinfeld show.
Serenity Now!
Yeah, from the Jerry Seinfeld show.
A case for using reason, science, and humanism to counter pessimistic views of Western civilization.
Okay.
Good luck, Steven Pinker.
Yeah.
No.
Favorite Steve Miller Band song?
Oh, geez. Jungle Love is pretty good, but it's probably not my favorite. It's definitely not The Joker.
Yeah.
Joker's a bit overplayed. I like Take the Money and Run.
I was just going to say Take the Money and Run.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my
Yeah.
favorite.
Least favorite is everybody's least favorite, Abracadabra.
Abracadabra. I'm not going to sit here and say that if the Joker comes on the radio,
Yeah, I'm not
gonna
turning off the
sing
Joker.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Jungle Love comes on, I'm just like, what magic has happened in the universe that this is on my radio right now?
Yeah.
Because it is driving me mad.
Oh, Jet Airliner.
It's driving
I
me
like Jet
crazy.
Jet Airliner, too.
Crazy. Oh, yeah, Jet Airliner.
This ends our spotlight on the Steve Miller Band.
Yes. Good night, everybody. Number 1, Fire and Fury by Michael Wolff.
Yeah,
Do you
okay.
ever wish your last name was an animal?
No.
Like Nicholas Bear.
Nicholas Bear.
Nicholas
That sounds like a Disney character.
Nick Leopard.
Nick Leopard sounds
Yeah.
like I'm a 1980s
Fine.
hair band.
Nick Wolf.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Wolf, I guess, just sounds good.
Like a PI or something.
Yeah, Nick.
I like it.
Nick Wolf PI.
Nick Wolf, PI.
Yeah.
What if it was like Nick Diamondback?
Nick Diamondback.
You like that?
Like the snake?
Like the snake.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be like Nick Porpoise.
No, I wouldn't
Yeah.
think so. That
Nick,
wouldn't be
Nick
good.
Dolphin. Nick Bottlenose Dolphin.
Nick Bottlenose Dolphin. No.
Hey, that's going to tie in later.
Yeah. See where the threads connect, folks.
If you dare.
Oh, take the money and run.
Oh, nice. Oh, don't sing anymore. We'll get
You're
get
right, you're
copyrighted.
right.
All right, so now we're going to go we're going to take a break. And, well, it's not a break. We're just going to continue on. I don't know why I said take a break.
You're not going to tell us the
No, we are. We're
fiction
going
bestsellers?
to get to the fiction bestsellers. That's what I was trying to segue to.
Oh.
But I stumbled over it.
And said we're going to take a break because I guess we have commercials now. All the books is brought to you by Pert Plus Shampoo.
Bottlenose.
Shampoo and conditioner in one for those of you in a hurry.
Yeah.
Pert Plus. All right, let's get back to the fiction list.
We're not getting any money from Pert Plus.
I don't think anybody's getting money from Pert Plus.
Okay.
That went out with a Burger Buddy.
Oh, jeez. Do you think they were connected? Look, off topic. All right. Number 10 on the New York Times bestsellers list for fiction, Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate.
Okay.
Number 9. You know what? I'm going to hire Nick Wolf, PI, to figure out why Pert Plus and the Burger Buddies ran out at the same time.
You think he has time to take a case like that? You got to get up pretty early in the morning.
What if I put on a slinky red dress and I walk in smelling like trouble?
Yeah. Do you have legs that won't quit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have legs for days.
Yeah, okay.
So,
I guess I'll have to.
all right. Number 9, Dark and Death by J.D. Robb, otherwise known as Nora Roberts. We don't need Nick Wolf to solve that case.
No. Case closed.
Yeah. This is Lieutenant Eve Dallas. Number 8, Origin, Dan Brown. Guess what, though?
Yeah.
It looks like John Grisham's The Rooster Bar is down at number 11.
Uh-oh.
So it didn't last as long as Dan Brown's, which I cannot believe is still here.
I'm pretty shocked, too.
It's a big book, too.
Yeah.
It's not like a fun thriller.
Yeah.
All right. Number 7, Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste NG.
I've heard only good things about that.
Yeah,
I've heard nothing about Dan Brown's origins.
that's true.
I've not heard a single person who's
yeah.
read it. No one.
Yeah.
So,
You want to hear something good?
but that is good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Number...
You know, Emmett, who's our special collections guy here, was with me on the last book club, and a Doomsday Code, Doomsday Box Key. Okay, and it was all Dan Brownie, you know, and he was like, "Well, I read all the Dan Brown books, so I feel like I've already read this." And I asked him if he'd read Origins, and he was like, "How many times can a symbologist save the world?"
Yeah,
Which
sure.
is a burn,
Yeah.
but also could be the tagline for book 5.
Yeah.
So
How many times?
it's hard to say.
Yeah. Number 6. Ooh. All right. We'll figure out who's going to take this. But
Okay.
number 6 is Night Moves. All right. Me and Nick are in a stare down here.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You know what? I see it. You read it.
By Jonathan Kellerman.
Bob Seger, I think that was.
Because he was working on his night moves.
All right.
Trying to cure those awkward teenage blues.
I guess I should have taken it.
Sorry. It took me a long time to realize what that song was about. It's about just 2 teenagers.
Can I say, until you said that, I didn't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenage
Teenage
love.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because you're the YA guy, so you got to be in tune with what the kids are up to.
Jeez.
No, you don't think so?
No, anyway, Night Moves by Jonathan Kellerman.
All right.
Pretty good one hit. No, he's not a one hit wonder.
Bob Seger?
No, he's great. Do you know I found out people...
Old time rock and roll?
I thought I
Anyone?
liked Bob Seger because I liked Bruce Springsteen. But then I found out for a while it was like either or.
Really?
You like Springsteen
Like
or
a
you
Coke
like Seger?
Pepsi situation.
Yeah. Who would be Coke and who would be Pepsi in that situation? I'm going to say Bruce Springsteen is Coke and
You know what? I was going to say the same thing.
Bob
so.
Seger is Pepsi because Pepsi's a little sweeter and Bob Seger seems a little bit more... His songs seem a little bit fluffier.
Okay.
He's not singing about like people dying in the back alleys.
Bob Seger's going to put you in a headlock.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to work on my night moves to get out of
you
that.
sure will.
Homicide detective Milo Sturgis enlists the psychologist Alex Delaware to help solve a John Doe case. Mm-hmm. All right, so we got a Milo, an Alex,
And an
John.
Otis. Oh.
Oh, an Otis.
Sorry.
I see where you went there.
Yeah.
Number 5, Look for Me. I've already done it on the 3rd day. Look for Me.
Yeah.
I'll come with Amir and Rohan.
Yeah.
We'll charge down
You did.
Helm's Deep.
Yep.
From 2 Towers.
Yeah. Just watched it recently.
Yeah. Oh, did you get that joke then last time?
No.
Oh.
It sounded biblical to me last time.
Oh. Well, it was Tolkien.
That works too? Okay.
Number 4, Still Me, Jojo Moyes. Mm-hmm. Number 3, The Woman in the Window.
Read it. Loved
Okay. So this is a story about a woman who just hangs out in a window
Just
yelling
in the
at
window
all
all the
her
time.
neighbors.
Yep.
Just
Like,
like,
hey, what are you doing?
Shut
Hey.
up down there.
Hey.
Yeah.
You going to the store? Get me some cools.
Number 2, An American Marriage. Most of our marriages. Your marriage is American marriage?
Yours and mine.
Mine is
Yep.
an American marriage?
Although my wife's dad is Canadian.
Okay.
So
you have
is
an
that-
All right, so you have a Canadian-American marriage. Possibly.
I don't think so because she's American.
Right. But,
All right.
okay,
Yes. American marriage.
if the book is like a comedy about you getting married and your father-in-law is still trying to like be very much in part of the life.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, we need our and then it becomes like an Everybody Loves Raymond situation.
Sure.
You could call that a Canadian-American marriage.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you're like, that's like I'm married to your parents.
Right.
And because they're always coming over.
Right.
Like Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, the show.
Have you ever seen Everybody Loves Raymond? Because you are giving me nothing here.
Yeah, sorry. Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah.
Hey, can I play? I don't want to be the wacky neighbor. I want to be the cool neighbor. Like Kramer.
Kramer. Yeah, he's not wacky at all. So good selection with Kramer.
Okay. Number 1, The Great Alone by Kristen Henna.
Yep.
Great Alone, how you feeling?
You always say henna.
Huh?
Not like Hannah. You always say henna. Like,
Hannah.
Okay.
Kristen Hanna.
Yeah.
How do you think it's pronounced?
Hannah?
What am I saying? Hannah.
You like henna.
Henna. Kristen Henna. Oh, yeah, I see what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's
Kristen
okay.
Hanna.
It's all right. You can say maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Who's to say you're wrong?
Maybe it's like that Saoirse Ronan film.
Yes.
Hanna.
Hannah.
Kristen Hanna.
Hannah.
Also, oh, good, it is Kristen. I thought it was Kirsten for a second.
No, it's Kristen.
All right.
It's a KR.
Hey, author of The
The
Nightingale.
Nightingale, which we were talking about earlier.
Which haunted you in your sleep.
No, just
Without-
because it was there all the time.
Yeah, a former prisoner of war returns from Vietnam, possibly Roger, our intern,
Maybe.
and moves his family to Alaska, where they face tough conditions, such as Alaska. Oh, I made that joke last week.
Yeah.
Darn, it was just
It
so
was
good.
solid gold last week, so
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to touch it.
Okay. All right, well, that's it. That was number 1.
Okay.
So, are you going to read that book? Did you read Nightingale?
Yeah, I read Nightingale.
Are you
Have
going
you
to
not
read
been
this new
listening?
book?
Probably not.
You
I'm
for the
not
book
like
club?
a Kristen Hanna fan.
Oh, you always
know.
say Hannah.
If it, I mean, if it hits big and people want to read it for a book club, then I'll do it. But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't feel compelled to read it.
Hits big.
Yeah. If
Okay.
it stays on the list, if it becomes a phenomenon,
Yeah.
then sure, I'll read it.
Okay. Did you almost do the Muppet thing with Phenomenon?
Bum, ba, ba-da-na.
Phenomenon.
Bum, ba-da-ba. All right, copyright. Stop. Okay. Oh, you know
Do
what?
you think the Muppets would take us to court?
They might.
That would be
Sam the Eagle, most definitely.
the
would.
most fun trial
Yeah.
that it could be possibly on. Who would be our lawyer? Who would be? It'd be Kermit. He'd be the defendant.
Yeah, I guess Kermit probably
Yeah.
would be the.
And so Sam Eagle would be the prosecutor.
Yeah, although he'd make a great judge too.
I was thinking Fozzie would be the judge.
Okay.
Give him the
yeah.
curls.
Can Animal be the bailiff?
Yes. Yeah, that's great. Who's
Quiet!
who's typing?
Janice.
Janice?
No
That's for
question.
your-
There's no question.
Yeah. Like, can you say that again, man?
Like, slow down, Kermit.
Yeah. Man, I just want to have to like address the jury in that situation.
Why has there never been a Muppet court? I guess with Great Muppet Caper, we had a little Muppet courtroom, but
Yeah,
we
but it
need
was
some
it
Muppet court
was
room.
it like completely Muppets
Yeah.
taking the court?
Yeah, you know what? Before we start singing Muppet songs, I think we need to play some other music.
All the Books presents Author Spotlight.
I'm conflicted.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued, but I'm a little spooked.
Right.
I'm a little spooked.
Yeah, you're scared.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks to our pal Ben Lehman for the new little instrumental track.
I don't think you should have said his name either.
Really?
That's another press release we
Oh
need
my
to
gosh!
put out. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He could sue us.
He could.
I don't
definitely.
actually know
No,
the law.
He couldn't. I'll check with
Muppet
Fozzie.
Court.
Yeah.
Be
Anyway,
like Night Court, but Muppet Court.
Thanks for Ben for that exciting and spooky new track, and apologies if young children were frightened by it. Anyway, this week we were fortunate enough to sit down with Elisabeth Elo, who grew up in Boston. She worked as an editor, an advertising copywriter, a high-tech project manager, and a halfway house counselor before getting a PhD in American literature at Brandeis University. Since then, she's taught writing and literature in the Boston area. Her essays and short stories have appeared in a variety of publications, and we today are going to be talking a little bit about North of Boston, which was her debut novel. It came out to rave reviews. Pretty much the consensus across all the major review sites was that it was good and compelling and interesting. One of the ones I liked here is from a fellow author, Lisa Gardner, who says, of North of Boston, an utterly riveting debut thriller. Perio Kasparov is one of the best protagonists I've read in years. Tough, cynical, wry, and compelling. Her determination to discover the truth behind her friend's murder will earn your admiration, while her growing desire to be a better daughter, friend, and person will win your heart. I came across this book just by chance, just kind of walking through the store, and it was one of the ones that was face out.
Yeah.
I picked it up.
You had a meet cute.
Yeah, we did. I love the cover.
Yeah.
I picked it up, read the synopsis, read the first chapter or so. It was really hooked. So I grabbed it and I put it on the book club list because we had plenty of copies
Nice.
in the STLS system. And now that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So as we were prepping for the book club, there's a lot that I was just kind of curious about, and I wanted to know more. I wanted to see if she had other books or anything like that. So I just by chance reached out to her. She was very kind, responded quickly, and happily agreed to join us for the podcast. So today we're going to do a special Take 5 with Elisabeth Elo, author of North of Boston, which our Page Turner Book Club is currently working on and enjoying. Elisabeth, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, what we do here is we've got 5 quick questions for you just to get your take on the book. And Eric and I are going to sort of alternate asking the questions. And here we go with the first one. Did you set out to write a mystery or suspense novel, or was that primarily a vehicle to explore the character of Perio Kasparov?
Well, that is a terrific question because I did not set out to write a mystery or suspense novel. And it's interesting because now that's how it's taken and everyone sees it that way. But I really set out to write about the character who I had been thinking about for a long, long time. And I had the voice of Perio's voice in my head, and I had a sense of what kind of a character I wanted to create. So her voice really came first, and it was very unmistakable and urgent, and I liked her right away. She kind of just appeared as a fully formed character, and she started talking, and I knew that a character like her was going to have kind of a over-the-top story, and I think that sometimes plot has to fit with the character, and so she has an adventurous, reckless, surprising story, which fits her character.
Yeah. And I'm not surprised that that's your answer, because we were talking about this a little bit on last week's episode, and I was saying that often in what you normally classify as a thriller or a suspense, when you get into the character's personal life, it's sort of like, okay, yeah, but what about the mystery? And I felt like when I was reading North of Boston that it was almost the other way around. Like I was so interested in the dynamic with her father and her mother not being a part of her life anymore, and just there was so much going on, with Thomasina and the young boy that I really. That's what drew me in more than even the mystery. So I think that was really well done, and something that can sometimes be a weakness in novels. And I thought in yours, the whole thing just came together really well.
Well, thank you very much.
Sure.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it's not easy actually. It's constructing the plot around her, but it was definitely a fun job.
Question number 2: why did you choose to give Perio a Russian background, and how do you think that influences her as a character?
Well, that's another great question. I wanted her to be the child of immigrants.
Okay.
And this has something to do. My own father was not an immigrant, but his parents were, and he spoke and lived in a little Finnish community for a long time in California, and they all spoke Finnish. And he just always struck me as somehow very different from other people that I knew, or the fathers of other people that I knew, where we live here, where I grew up here in Boston. And I always felt like his take was just a little bit different. I don't know if that had anything to do with his, ancestry or what, but I wanted to create a sense of somebody who was very different. And so she's growing up now in between two cultures, the American culture, which is consumer-driven and, self-involved and self-absorbed, and then this other person who has such a different history and such a different sense of what government is and what freedom is, and I liked the idea of them clashing.
Well, I thought their dynamic was a really interesting thread throughout the whole story. Anytime that came up, and I certainly don't want to give away the ending, but I thought some of the closure that came with that relationship was satisfying, and I guess I didn't know where I wanted it to go, but I was satisfied with where it went. So Eric's going to take the next question. Eric, also from Massachusetts. So that's your background.
Did you just say Massachusetts?
I'm sorry.
The story has a strong environmental conservation message. Is that something you plan to write about, or is it simply where the story took you?
No, again, I didn't actually plan very much of this book. It kind of evolved on its own. The strength of Perio's voice just carried it along, and I didn't expect where it would go. However, when it was done, I did realize two things, and one is that I come from a family of sailors, and I spent a lot of my childhood clinging to the sides of boats. But and I think probably one of my biggest fears was always, getting, lost in the middle of the ocean. So I think sometimes you write about the things that are, in your imagination. But another thing that happened was when I was in high school, I worked at an aquarium, and we did dolphin shows. It was on the Cape at Brewster. It was called Sealand of Cape Cod. You may have known it. And after work, we used to swim with the dolphins.
Oh, wow.
We were in college, and everybody would go, and we'd just jump in and swim with the dolphins. And apparently, I assume they liked it. I don't know. They seemed to be having a good time. But at the end of one summer, there are two dolphins, Salty and Spray, and at the end of one summer, Salty died, and they had been in captivity together for about 10 years. And then Spray went to the bottom of the tank and did not ever do another dolphin show. And then
That's so
probably
sad.
6 months later, probably 6 months later, she had passed away too. And I just had this sense of, wow, there's so much we don't know about animals and marine mammals, and and I think once I was finished the book, somebody said, "What on earth made you so interested in whales?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know." And then I remembered, that I had been swimming with the dolphins when I was 17.
Yeah, that's certainly something that would stick with you, I would think.
Yes.
Well, for question 4, we've heard you speak a little bit about the editing process and how I think you said about a fifth of the book was excised. And I was just curious if there was a particular character or a story thread that was difficult for you to let go, maybe more difficult than the others.
No, it was really, I think it was a good choice that the editor made. It was all about Perio. I had taken long detours into her thoughts and feelings and observations. I'd really explored her character a lot. And I liked her voice, and I liked what she had to say about things and her take on things, but a lot of it really wasn't, germane to the plot, as my editor pointed out nicely. So I had to let go some of the parts that I liked the best, but they were really just character musing, her musing on a number of different topics.
Oh, okay. Eric, you want to bring us home with question 5?
Yes. There have been hints of a follow-up. Do you have anything you can share with us about the further adventures of Perio? Or is it classified?
Well, again, that was interesting because my editor and even the marketing department at Viking, all of a sudden I noticed that people were talking about a sequel, and I thought, isn't that interesting, because nobody mentioned that to me. But I thought, okay, but this is, people are liking this and everyone loves the character so much, then maybe I'll try to do that. And it just didn't work. I didn't have, it just wasn't real to me. And I know a lot of people, in my opinion, who write sequels too quickly, and then the quality goes down, and then they get 3-book contracts, and it goes down and down. I mean, That's not true of everyone, but I know times when that's true. And I mean, this book took me like 3 years to write, and I didn't want to just turn around and flap out something else in 18 months, which was the deadline that my editor had given me. So after a while, I just dropped it and said, no, I really don't want to do this. And then I started working on another book, which I hope will be published, hopefully by this time next year.
Oh, great.
Which is, it's a book it's a completely different kind of book, and it's still suspense. It's set in Russia. I followed through on that Russia thing.
Sure.
And it's actually a lot of it is set in Siberia, and it's a very different character.
Okay.
The character, she's a doctor, and she's not as funny. But I think that the book is interesting for the setting and other things as well. So that's where I ended up going with that. So no more Perio, at least not for now.
Okay. So you're anticipating a 2019 release for that?
I hope so, yeah.
Oh, great.
I
okay.
hope so, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for doing this. We really appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. I know the Page Turners Book Club gang is going to enjoy listening, and just thanks again.
Well, thank you, and hello to everyone in the book club, and thank you for reading my book, and I hope you enjoy it, and talk soon, I hope, with another book.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get you back.
All right.
Okay, yeah, bye-bye.
That was great.
It was.
Yeah.
So thank you, Elisabeth. Again, thank you for joining us. That was a fun conversation, and there's so many levels to the book. That's what I really like. The Page Turners Book Club is, the whole thing is that we do mysteries or thrillers over and over again. And in doing a lot of those so often, sometimes it's a little reminder that they can be a little formulaic. Not all. And sometimes the formula is good. Sometimes I was just complaining about Murder, She Wrote a few weeks back not being formula enough. So it's not that a mystery book where you know what you're going to get is a bad thing. It's just something like this comes along and it's very refreshing. So, and I meant what I said. It was really like the whole dynamics of her like interpersonal relationships, I thought were just, they were unique enough to be interesting without like outlandish, so that they're unrelatable. I thought that it was a really good combination of those two things. And it was a good balance too, going back and forth between the mystery and the stuff just going on in her life. So I was really impressed with it. And I think that the book club is going to enjoy it. It's always a surprise, I feel like, with the book club, because
true.
I predicted Doomsday Key was going to be a total flop.
Yeah.
And the majority liked it. We had a couple of holdouts, but the majority were really, really into it. So
Yeah.
I feel like with North of Boston, they're going to be pleasantly surprised because nobody had read it before. So it's going to be one of the ones that is going to be new to everyone. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about her next book. She said, what, next year, late next year?
Yeah,
Or
2019.
She said this time next year. So
Yeah.
like hopefully February, March, we'll be doing that. And it is available, like I said, in our collection. We have many copies. Currently, I think they're all checked out. So if you do want a copy, you can send us an email at wellsville@stls.org, and we will get you on the list and hopefully get you one in time. I know I had to lend out my personal copy just so we could meet the need of everything. So, so far, there's been a good response to it, and I'm looking forward to talking about it at the book club. So I'll have to let everybody know what the consensus was in the book club, whether they liked it or not.
Sure.
But you seem really interested in the things I'm saying. I
am. I'm sorry.
I think you're turning and yawning really drove that home.
Sorry, I just got hit by a wall.
This is the first
subway wall.
I understand. It's a lot of bread to digest. This is the first time we've interviewed an author together.
Yeah.
Julia Spencer Fleming, which was almost a year ago.
Yeah,
almost
you just had a
exactly
picture
year
of
ago.
my face.
I had a picture
on
of
a
your
stick.
face on your stick. Yep. She thought it was very funny.
Oh, that's...
And Naomi Shihab Nye was just in between events. We sat down and did a quick chat. So this is the first time you and I.
Yeah.
So
it's exciting.
It is exciting.
There's electricity in the air.
Yes.
So
again, copies will soon be available in the collection.
Yeah.
Right now they're all out, but we'll get you a copy if you want it.
Yeah.
So I just want to add my thanks again to Elisabeth for sitting down and chatting with us. Thank you for figuring out how to make the technology work. And let's talk library news.
Okay.
What do you got?
What do I got?
We're going to be reading for Dr. Seuss's birthday.
Thursday.
We're going, you, me, and Kate, just the three of us.
Yeah.
Going
Not
to
at the
read-
same time.
Not at the same time.
I can't read around other people.
I understand.
So
going to the elementary school to read for this is at least the third year I've done it.
Yeah.
I always enjoy.
It's my
doing
third year as well.
Okay.
I read the Lorax last year. Taught all those kids that if you cut
read-
down too many trees, you won't have any trees.
Yeah, that's good.
So
I think I read to first grade last year, and I read 2 or 3, but they were all a hit. I picked some kind of oddball ones that they hadn't heard a million times, so I think they liked hearing some of the different things. So I'm looking forward to that. Emerald Isle is coming back on March 1st. We're excited to have them back. They've been here every year for this might be the 12th year. They're one of our longest. I know they're one of our longest recurring acts. So we're always happy to have them.
According
back.
to the Creek Bend calendar, this is the last year. And
Really?
The apocalypse begins.
Whoa.
Next year.
Wow, I think that's the Mayan calendar, and I think that was 2012.
Oh.
So I understand.
You know what?
where
I
you're
got my
thinking
calendars mixed up.
Yeah, it happens sometimes.
I think it's just February right now.
Anyway, we are pleased to welcome back Emerald Isle on March 1st.
Yay.
Later this month, we have the Andover Ecumenical Choir Lenten concert. Will be Tuesday the 20th.
Yay.
And then Bo Tackett, lead guitarist for Mr. Blake Shelton, will be coming on the 22nd. So we're looking forward to all of those things.
Blake Shelton is the voice guy.
Yeah, he's the voice guy. He's a pretty prolific.
Carl Urban is the Australian guy. I get them confused.
No.
Yeah,
Carl Urban is Dr. McCoy from Star Trek.
No, okay, he's
Urban.
Aemir from Lord of the
Urban.
Rings. Keith Urban
Is married to Nicole Kidman and is an Australian country singer, which confuses me, but
yeah, it's cool.
whatever. Book clubs, currently reading North of Boston.
Okay, yeah.
All the Light We Cannot See.
Andover.
And
North Andover.
Pride
Plastow.
and Prejudice. These are all north of Boston.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What about you? Anything
Lawrence.
you want to talk about?
We have a teen photography class.
Yes.
That's starting. Our first class is March 10th.
Yep.
Our second class is March 17th. They're connected. So those are signups. Teens can come and learn about composition of photo and how to print. And it's basically how to take photos from any device, whether it's a high-end camera or just your phone.
Oh.
Just how to take
that's
the
clever.
best photo you can with whatever you have, and then also get your work to print. And this will lead to our teen photography show,
Big business.
which will then hopefully lead to maybe to a teen photography club.
There seems to be an interest.
Yes.
And leading the classes is...
Marika Cake. And yes, so you can call the library or...
And her photos are excellent. I see them all around town. And she and I actually worked together in a play a lot of years ago at
play?
this point. You Can't Take It With You with the Angelica Players.
Oh my gosh.
A long time ago.
Wait, are you saying that was a long time ago? Because I saw you in that play.
It was a long time ago. That was right on the heels of Crimes of the Heart, so it must have been 2012.
Jeez, I'm old.
Yeah, it was a long time
What
ago.
is this mortal coil?
Yeah, it was like 6 years ago. Does that blow your mind?
Yeah, no, just stop talking.
Sorry.
That's how old your cat is then.
Yeah,
Wow.
Marty.
Next up, we're showing Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
March 9th. This is the story of Thor, who is a young man, befriends Pharaoh.
No, I think you're wrong.
No, there's the song, There Can Be Miracles.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
No, that's the video game. Prince of
Egypt. Wow.
Jeez.
If that would have been on purpose, that would have been really funny.
Yeah, it was not.
So you're showing the Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Prince of Persia.
Okay, everyone knows how to say Jake Gyllenhaal.
How do you say it?
I just said it.
How?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't know.
Okay. Conan O'Brien said it, and it's very you have to say it very Scandinavian.
Oh, I see.
You kind of have to yell it as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, anything else going on? You know what? No. I mean, we got our anime
Regular
clubs
stuff.
at 5:30 to 7:30 every Wednesday night.
Good times.
So that's been good.
Okay.
Yeah, we watched Your Name.
Mine?
No, kind of.
Oh, okay.
And we watched The Napping Princess.
Interesting.
Those were pretty good.
Good. Thumbs up? Thumbs
Yeah,
down?
thumbs up to both of them.
Okay.
So,
Pretty exciting stuff.
yeah.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I think we wrap up shop. I guess you close up shop. We're going to close up shop.
Yeah, what do you wrap up?
Presents?
Songs. You wrap up a project.
Yeah, you wrap
maybe.
up a project.
Yeah, like if
this,
you
this episode felt a little like a project.
Yeah,
So
like
maybe
if
that is apt.
you're a ghost rapper.
Yeah, like Funky Phantom.
Or if you're like Mario and you're working on a
Right.
rap album and you're like, we got to wrap this up.
rap.
Oh my gosh. That was also not on purpose.
All right.
You know what? I sent an email out to teachers telling them about the photo show, and I wrote, if you want to, this will help get teens more exposure to photography. And part of me was like, should I write sorry for the pun? And I didn't. I didn't acknowledge it at all. And it feels like that's a disservice.
I think so.
So-
Yeah, everybody wants to have a good laugh.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, on that note,
Yeah.
I think we'll close up shop.
That's what we want to do.
That's
Yes.
right. And we'll see you next week with episode 133.